Have you seen my giant Croc, by the way?
No. Oh, this was here the whole time? Holy shit. Did Croc give this to you?
No, I bought it on eBay.
That's where did you get this?
Shit.
I've never seen this before. Is that a fucking sandal? Oh my god.
Yo!
Hey, it's Aiden for Complex. Today we're going to take a peek into design deity Nicole Mclaughlin's studio. Learn a little bit about her projects, her creative process, and what she has coming up in the future. Let's check it out. Hey, so we're here with Nicole in this sort of love child of a Marshall's REI Nike lab. I don't know what you want to call it. In front of her iconic rock wall, about to do some rock climbing. Ready to do this?
Yeah, sounds good.
Show me where to start, please.
Okay.
Kick me off.
So I would recommend starting probably here.
I think I'm stuck here. This feels very inefficient.
Okay, I mean, you definitely have a lot of strength right now. I feel like I need to spot you. You're in a monkey position right now.
I'm doing a horrible job.
You're doing a good job.
Upcycling, from the get-go, it's very unique.
It is, and it's kind of like, when I started it, like, it was the rummaging and like the high of going to like a thrift store and finding something to rework it, but I never really that wasn't the goal, was to become like a sustainable designer. Like, I didn't even really know the term upcycling, but like, I knew I wanted to take something that already existed as like a shape and try to transform it. It seemed less scary to me to do that than to take like a brand new piece of fabric and start to try to, construct something out of that.
Totally.
And so I started doing that, and I was like just trying to find random clothes with like stains on it, or like my own closet, and try to repair things. And then from that I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, the possibilities are super endless. And like, upcycling as a term then, which was even just a couple years ago, was not nearly as like, wide of a term as it is now, which is like, that's so cool. I love that.
I think it's safe to say you sort of pioneered you have the upcycle handle on TikTok, like.
Yeah, I mean, which I felt lucky to be able to get that. But I think there's definitely some OGs, like Dr. Romanelli for me, like, is such an OG in that space. And like, because I guess he didn't really have the social media aspect as like a way to show off his stuff, people kind of just assumed that like there wasn't that many people doing it. But upcycling like has been around for centuries. Like, people always find ways to.
My forearms are literally like, I can really feel it.
Oh, we'll switch out. You ask me questions while I climb. Give yourself a rest.
Thank you.
Even just reusing like your grocery bag, like things like that is like, that's a very, that's still a way to upcycle something, but I kind of take it to the extreme.
Sure, you can say that. Before we start talking about this space and your creative process and how you physically make things, I would love to ask you a little bit more about some of your collaborations. And I've heard that you've worked with Travis, Kanye a little bit, some other rappers. A$AP Rocky was in your DMs at one point. What is the weirdest request you've gotten from somebody in that sort of like hip hop rap space?
I've been pulled for like a lot of music videos and styling for different things, and I love that. I think it's really cool, and it makes me feel like my work can span outside of the world of just sustainability, and also like into the art, into the music scene. So yeah, when I was approached by A$AP Rocky, that was kind of a crazy moment, I think, for me. But I recently did a shoot with J Balvin.
Oh, wow.
I made some pieces for him to wear, which is cool. I also made a custom piece for DJ Snake's birthday.
Oh, whoa.
He's a signed ambassador for Puma, as I am too. And so they were like, we want to make him a birthday gift. And so I made him a goalie glove vest. So I think those are some cool moments for me. I wouldn't expect to ever have, the possibility of someone like that to wear my work.
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your creative process, how you approach a project, where do you start? How do you give yourself direction?
I mean, anything is fair game. Like, whether it's sporting equipment, whether it's like, just regular garments being transformed, shoes, furniture, like everything is, to me, an opportunity for a project. So it's starting with the material, if it's something that I've thrifted or gotten on eBay secondhand, if a brand has donated it because they have excess, or if it's something that I picked off the street, which is that's something that I have done before. Kind of diving? A little bit of that. Okay. I mean, I'm in the place for it here in New York. But yeah, I'd say just kind of getting a feel for the material. If it's something that's a bit more malleable, like, you know, a Carhartt vest per se, I would take it and start to kind of mold it to my body in different places. Whether it's like a shoe, I would maybe drape it on my foot. If it's a hat, kind of just look in the mirror, see what shapes it makes. And then from there, I'll do some pinning, which I have quite a bit of these pins I use so much. They're meant to just kind of hold material in place when you're sewing, but I will stab them into shoes to create shapes with material. I will pin them to my mannequin. I will pin them on myself. Oh my God. And so this is a really big part of my process is just the pinnings. But yeah, for me, a lot of it is just figuring out the concept and also the composition. If it's patchwork, how am I gonna lay that out? How will this look once it's all together? And then another really important thing to me is functionality. I see. And to make things, they sometimes don't look like it, but everything I make really does function in some way or another. Yeah.
I was wondering, maybe we could take a look at some of the garments that you made, some of the physical products.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool, let's do it.
We're gonna put you in a new outfit now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not. Let's go look at it.
All right, cool.
I always want to make sure there's, all the details that you can still use and function and, clip things onto. This is a water bottle storage.
Amazing.
And then the back is a full piece of a backpack.
It's incredible.
So you can actually store things in it, but it's really heavy.
I might need
But I think you should try this on.
Is it sort of living up to your expectations of?
Yeah, so I'm trying to there's some details I think I still want to adjust and work. I'm trying to figure out the closure of it, if I want it to be straps or,
I see.
If it's a zipper, however, I haven't figured out quite how I want to close it yet. But I love that there's this pocket here,
it's full of surprises.
Which is really cool.
This is amazing.
Got the water bottle holder.
Oh, great, a little horizontal water bottle action.
Yeah.
I love that.
And let me see the back of
yeah.
Yes,
How are we doing back
you're
here?
fully able to store all your stuff, so you can go on a trip.
Amazing.
And then it adjusts at the sides here, so you can loosen it up. Some carabiners here. That looks good.
This is incredible.
The match, well, it's not a matching, but a brand matching bag.
You gotta be kidding me.
This was made from a bunch of ARC scraps.
Whoa.
And so it's to
That's
show
amazing.
all of it, but it's a tote bag, so.
Wow.
Love this.
Thank you so much. This is crazy.
You're fitted.
I'm gonna maybe leave this place with these attached to my body, so.
I had the opportunity to go to Ramoa's repair center, which is in New York, and so if your suitcase breaks or something, you can send it in for them to repair it. And also a lot of lost bags from the airport and stuff. If they don't get destroyed at the airport, they get sent back to Ramoa. And so they invited me to come through and look at some of the materials and some of the broken cases. And so I started taking the linings out of the suitcases and was making some pieces out of that.
That's so cool.
So it's cool because
wow.
No one else, I don't know if you would find a way to be able to use that. So,
for sure.
It worked so well. I got the little branding hit on the pocket here. It has this mesh inside to it and this vent in the back of it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's a little,
that's sick.
A little set here.
Love that. Well, this was incredible. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm very excited to see this in practice at the Puma workshop that you have coming up in the near future. Can you tell me a little bit about that, some details, how I can get involved, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, totally. So we are going to make some water bottle holders. Ooh. It's going to be super fun because I always love to encourage people to have their reusable water bottle. And so now you'll have a little place to put it. We're going to be using scraps and samples, so half pairs of shoes, miscellaneous shoes from Puma's office, which is going to be really cool. Everyone's piece is going to be totally unique to them.
Cool.
You don't need to know how to sew to come. So I really want to encourage people to not just understand like how things are made, but be able to then go and make these things themselves.
The functionality, it's key, it's key.
For sure.
Beautiful.
It's a good skill. It's a good skill to have. It's gonna be super fun.
Great.
And yeah, I look forward to teaching you some fun things.